Well, hello, writers. My name is Lisa Cooper Ellison. I am a writer, trauma informed writing coach, and the host of the Writing and Resilience podcast. I want to welcome you to the fourth and final video in my Building a Resilient Writing Practice series, Finish Strong and Decide What's Next. In this video, we are going to look at how you can finish strong both on the page and inside yourself so that you can decide what's next for your day and also for your writing life. Let's begin by talking about the optimal amount of time you should have for your writing session. Many writers, especially new writers, have the mistaken belief that you have to work for hours and hours in order to get anything done. This couldn't be farther from the truth. Here is the reality. We all have a personal attention span that ranges from between 20 minutes to about 45 to 50. When we exceed our personal attention span, our efficiency and our effectiveness tends to go down. So you want to schedule writing sessions that fit within your personal attention span. And so as you build your writing practice, you want to notice when you start getting fidgety, you have thoughts about getting on social media, you want to get up to get a snack. Those signals are telling you that you have reached your personal attention span. Honoring your attention span and working within it can actually help you work more efficiently, effectively, and it can enhance your creativity. Now that we've talked about the optimal amount of time to write, let's talk about what you need to do to finish on the page. So, you want to end when you know what's going to happen next. This is a trick that Ernest Hemingway used for many years, and it helped him be a prolific writer. So, when you get to the end of your writing session and you have another idea, refrain from continuing and instead write that idea down. Jot down a few notes, maybe come up with a killer first sentence that you can launch that next writing session, and then pat yourself on the back because you've done a great job today and you have what it takes to start strong in your next writing session. Once you've identified that strong starting point on the page, it's time to disengage from your writing practice. Now, for many of us, especially if we've been in a state of flow during our writing time, we are spending a lot of time in our heads. And if we've had a really tough writing session, our nervous systems might be in a more sympathetic state. That means our nervous system can be in a really amped up state where we're feeling kind of hyper or jittery or maybe a little out of sorts. So, the first thing that you want to do is get back in your body. So, you want to disengage from your writing by disengaging from the head and getting back into the body. And I'm going to share a few very simple somatic exercises that you can do that can help you get back into your body because this is the first step to getting on with the rest of your day. So we're going to do these together. And the first one is horse lips. And it looks really funny. You just put your lips together and you blow out like this. That's it. Do that 4 or 5 times. Just notice how you feel. Another thing you can do is hum. And it doesn't have to be any kind of fancy humming. You can just do this. Mm. Maybe you can even change the tone. Mm. Mm. And notice where you feel it in your body. When you're humming, you are actually vibrating your vagus nerve. And your vagus nerve is this nerve that goes from your brainstem all the way into the gut. And it plays a major role in the rest and digest part of your nervous system, something we call your parasympathetic nervous system. So the more you can engage that at the end of your writing session, the more you're going to be in your body and the more you're going to be ready for the rest of your day. Another thing that you can do is you can sway back and forth. So adding some movement in, maybe if you're a dancer, you can do some fun dance moves. You can also just flick your hands like this. What you're doing is discharging the energy from your writing session. And this again can get you back in your body. And if you've been dealing with some deeply emotional work, it can help get rid of that from your body. Something else you can do is you can just take a walk. And taking a walk can be a great way to discharge that energy. And if you are moving your hands across the midline, and you can do it in an exaggerated way, or you can do it in a very subtle way, crossing the midline allows your left and right sides of your brain to speak to one another. And again, that calms you down, it allows you to focus, and it prepares you for what's next. Once you're back in your body, the next thing to do is to plan the things you're going to do next in your day. Now, some writers find that it's really helpful to do this in advance. So they do it before they start writing rather than after. If you set up a writing ritual where you did some writing in the beginning, you could jot down what you're doing next at that point. Or if you're checking in on your creative energy bank account, that might be a great time to note what's happening next so that you have a plan for what you need to do moving forward. The reason you want to do this is because that's going to tell you how present you need to be and how soon you need to be present. The sooner you need to be present, the more you need to be in your body. And what I mean by being present is that if you have to do something else in your day that requires a lot of focus, for example, doing a presentation, working on a big project for work, spending time with little kids, maybe even taking your wild dog for a walk, all of those things require you to be fully in your body. And you need to know that so that you can do it as quickly as possible. If you've done some really difficult writing, you also want to make sure that what happens next is actually rest. So think of your writing practice a little like a yoga practice. If you have ever practiced yoga, you have some time in the beginning where you're setting an intention, you're getting ready, figuring out what your body can do on any given day. Then you go through the physical practice, and then a yoga class always ends with shavasana. So shavasana is corpse pose. This is an opportunity to just lay down, close your eyes, and settle your breathing. And the reason that you do that is you are integrating what happened in your nervous system. You're allowing your muscles to stop firing in a working kind of way, and you're allowing them to rest. Well, you want to do the same thing for yourself if you've done some really tough writing. Ideally, you want to have the same amount of time to rest as you wrote. That will allow your nervous system the best opportunity to calm back down and get ready for your day. However, that's not always possible. So make sure you have at least 5 minutes to just lay down or sit in a recliner and put your feet up, or just sit in your chair, close your eyes, and take some deep breaths so that you're ready for the next part of your day. It can also be helpful if you've had a really tough writing session to check in with a writing partner to let them know that your writing is done and that you are getting ready for the rest of your day. Now, you don't need to go over all the things that you wrote about during your writing session. You can just tell them, hey, I finished my writing session. It was really tough. Maybe it was a 6 or a 7. So I'm having a lot of feelings right now, but I'm okay. And this is what I'm going to do next in my day. This can be another way to ground yourself and also feel like you're not doing this work alone. So that's how to finish strong and decide what's next. If you want to learn more about yourself through writing, you're working on a tough memoir, or you just want to learn more about the psychology of writing, be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can check out the series that I have listed below, and be sure to go to lisacooperellison.com to get your copy of Write More, Fret Less so you can gaslight-proof your writing practice. And thank you so much for watching this video. I am so grateful for your time and attention. Please stay tuned for more videos on the healing power of writing and my latest tips and tricks that will help you improve your writing practice. And if you have some ideas for future videos, please leave them in the comments. I read them all, and I would love to know what speaks to you and what you would like to learn.